So this is going to be our most wanted cards. We're not financially well off. We're poor. So we've still got that time
Poor
to
as
dream.
fuck.
Yeah, so this is our most desired cards from Pokemon.
There's so many I want. It's hard to whittle it down to a list of a few, but I've just picked out a few that I really, really want. I managed to get a couple of cards that I really wanted this year as well, which is quite cool. So managed to cross off a couple. I know you have as well.
Yeah, I have. And they weren't particularly special. They weren't particularly special to get, but I'm a bit of an old schooly type Pokemon collector. I like the Wizard of the Coast stuff. So I say first and second generation. That's according to the Pokédex, I guess. But it goes a little bit further into some of the packs that I've bought, sort of on like miscellaneous bits and pieces when I've had games and stuff. So, but for the most part, it's Neo and base stuff, along with all the first generation stuff. Whereas for you, you've delved into modern, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, definitely. There's been a few modern sets that I kind of delved into. I mean, I've always loved Pokemon as a view, but I've rediscovered my passion for the cards. Like, I'd say the tail end of 2018, and it's slowly been ramping up again. And yeah, so I've been heavily involved this year, especially. Like, I've got every new set that's came out. So obviously, it's Sword and Shield, and you got like Rebel Clash, and you've got
Darkness Ablaze.
Darkness Ablaze. Yeah, you got Champions Path coming out soon. Yeah, so I'm quite into that, and obviously quite a few Japanese sets as well, thanks to my friends over the sea. So you've got sets like Legendary Heartbeat and Infinity Zone and things like that. So yeah, I've got into it quite heavily as of you, but whereas you're focusing on the older stuff, I'm kind of
I mean,
got my fingers in a lot of pies, which isn't very good because the bank is feeling the strain. I need to rein it in a bit and try and focus on some objectives. I think
me and you both so I've said to myself that within reason I'll get the cards that I want, but there's a budget per month that I'm going to spend on cards, and
it was only a little bit, wasn't it? It's about £5,000 you said you were going to do a month.
Yeah, but so I'm aware of the danger of getting straight into this. Strangely enough, I did show you last night, but in 2016 I did go through a phase of I think I looked at my collection. This is back before sort of the Pokemon boom as it is today. But I was just sort of looking at my stuff, and I thought, I need to fill some gaps. And I did a little bit of this back in 2016, and you can sort of see from my Amazon history. So yeah, it comes in phases. I expect to come out of this phase and then go back into it some years down the line. And I've sort of submitted to the fact that my collection will be done over years and years rather than.
Well, that's the thing. What's that old saying? It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's something that it's like a really slow burn, something for you to always be working at. It's not something you can just like do in like a day or two.
Yeah, it's a collection, right?
But you go broke.
Yeah, it's a collection over years. So
exactly.
As it has been up to this point since childhood.
Exactly. It's just kind of a hobby, isn't it? But it's something that
so
we
much
get quite
more.
a lot out of. Yeah, the thing is, all jokes aside,
it's a passion.
It's a passion, and we do get quite a lot out of it, don't we? Like, there's a lot of nostalgia, and we both like collecting things, and it's great because some part of it is an investment, some part of it is collecting. It's nice to be able to make money out of a hobby, essentially, but also get so much satisfaction out of a hobby as well.
Well, it's weird because we do go through collecting. I know you did your collecting with your comic books. I've had it where I've collected like different types of coinage. Like when I say coins, I mean like the design on coins. I've gone through that phase of like I've got folders full of them, £2 and 50p's and the 10p's. And you do go through weird phases. Like I had a few Spawn comics and Spawn figures back from the late 90s, and Pokemon is just. To be fair, Pokemon's been the most consistent one. It's been there since childhood, and it's been a consistent moving objective. So, yeah, collecting is a good thing to do.
This is it. I mean, I had some cards arrive today. I've got them in front of me at the minute.
I have. Yeah, I got 4 as well.
You got 4?
I got 4 through the door today, yeah.
What are the 4 that came through the door?
All right, so...
Talk to us, mate. Talk to us.
So I've got a base set, unlimited edition of Charmander, and On
Cool.
eBay, it said it was brand new. Obviously, skeptical of anything that says brand new when it comes to 30-year-old Pokemon cards. But I'm not joking. This one looks like it's been freshly pulled out of a pack because there is not a blemish on it, which I am over the moon about. Because my next one, I've got a Quilava. So I've got loads of Quilavas, sorry. This one is just the art I needed. So I've got some from... I've got Dark Quilava and other stuff. But this one was a particular... I don't know what the 2 stars are. Is that Neogenesis? But anyways, the design of the Quilava I haven't got. But it goes with the Cyndaquil and the Typhlosion, so I've got that. And then the next 2 are big ones for me. So I've got a sealed, which I never had as a kid. I've got a sealed Ancient Mew card, factory sealed, which I don't know whether I'm going to open or not, but it's there, sealed.
That's pretty cool.
It's got the Wizard of the Coast thing on it. Pokemon Traded Card Game League. It just looks really cool. It's got like the same sort of dates on the bottom as well, and I just think it's a really, really cool looking thing. And the last but not least, I've got a Heracross first edition from Neo.
That's quality, mate. That's some really cool cards right there, to be honest.
The Heracross is one I was after for a long while.
You got first edition as well. That's pretty nice.
First edition, so I haven't got many first edition holos. In fact, I've got maybe 3. I think 2 of them are champs. So, but yeah, how about you? What'd you get?
Mine aren't as fancy as yours. I'm just trying to fill holes, but I'm trying to basically collect as many first edition vintagey. Is that a word? Vintagey? But
Yeah.
first edition vintage cards as you can. So I've got Horsey, Giraffe, Rig and Oddish, all first edition from Neogenesis, all mint. It's pretty cool. And then I've got Dark Primate, from Rocket, first edition, and then just a Mysterious Fossil. From the
Trainer
fossil
card.
set, which is first edition trainer card as well. Because my thinking is the supply of these is drying up pretty rapid, and the prices are going stupid. So
Well, this
I
is
wanted
the
to
thing.
wanted to get them before prices go insane.
But yeah, I've got a few things on eBay coming, but it's nothing special, but just some other things I'm looking forward to getting. So I've got a Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu coming. I've got a Blaine's Charmander and a Base Set Squirtle. So just 3 more to look out for me as well.
I've got a Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu coming as well, actually.
Yeah, it's the one where it's sort of forward facing in the sunset. It's not I think it's 2 versions, but
No, it's really nice, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I won't go for them. I've got about 30 cards on the way.
Okay. Well,
But
what we can go through then is we've picked 10, haven't we? 10 each of cards that if you could choose to get them, you would.
yeah,
for your collection.
Dream cards.
Dream cards, yeah. So I just thought 1 by 1, we'll take turns and we'll go through our most desirable cards. Pokemon's most wanted.
All right. So first up, it's a card I've always loved. I actually had it as a kid. No idea what happened to it. I think I told you before. A lot of my Neo cards from my childhood I lost, and this was one of them I had, which is the Holo Typhlosion from Neogenesis.
I've got that.
I know you do, you fucker. I really, really like that card. I love that card.
It's a really nice looking card. It really
Yeah,
is.
the artwork's quality. I mean, to be fair, I think the artwork from pretty much all of the Neo cards is just top class.
Yeah.
So, Typhlosion from Neogenesis. Really, really want that.
I think it's one of my favourite looking cards that I've
Yeah.
got.
Tell
It
me
really is.
All right,
Honestly, it's not. Sorry.
No, I want it, but that's the thing. I don't know if I can justify, because I could pick up a battered version.
It's expensive.
That's the thing. If I want it minty, and to get a minty one's very expensive, and I want it in English as well. And a minty English Neo Typhlosion is not cheap. So
No.
I mean, that's the thing. I can afford it, but I don't want to justify. I don't know if I can justify dropping hundreds on a single card that's not even graded. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Yeah. Because there's 2 versions of Typhlosion, but that one you're on about is the nicer one.
Yeah, it's quality. I'd be there, mate. Go on.
Not a bad first choice. So these are in no particular order.
Yeah, the same. Yeah.
So for me, there's a card which I've always wanted. I never had as a kid, but I've always liked the look of it, and that is Slowking from Neo.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good shout.
And it's a nice looking card. He was a sort of a star in Pokemon 2000, the movie.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah. He talks, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And I think from then on, I sort of wanted him as a. I did have a Dark Slowking at one point. No idea what happened to it, but the Hollow version in Neo Genesis, I think it is. Again, might be getting them wrong.
It's kind of like standing on a rock, isn't he?
Yeah. So for me, I've always wanted that card, and I like you. I keep a bit of an eye out. It's a bit cheaper than a Typhlosion. You can get some decent ones, but they're never perfect. I haven't found one which I think, I'll invest in that one. But over the next coming months, I do expect to sort of try and acquire it where possible. So Slowking's the first one.
Okay, nice. So, I mean, I've kind of grouped mine into sets, so I'll give you the other two I've got from Neo. So these two are both from Neo Revelation, which is the Ho-Oh, which is such a cool looking card. It's kind of it's got his wings spread out, and I really like him and Lugia, but I always preferred Ho-Oh. Like even playing the games, I always chose gold over silver. And I think the Ho-Oh card is quality. Yeah. And then the other one from Neo is one I really, really, really want. It's probably my number one card actually. It's a Shining Magikarp.
Yeah, tough card to come by that.
Because I am a massive, as you know, I'm a massive Gyarados fan. I fucking love him, right? And got my Shining Gyarados finally this year. But he's off at PSA. I want the Shining Magikarp to go with it. And like you said, that's a really hard card to get hold of. And to get it mint is even harder. And he's more expensive than the Gyarados, which is annoying.
I think because less people when you're a kid wanted the Magikarp, so...
Yeah, completely.
Okay.
That is a quality card. That's a quality card.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to come by that. So, I've got Umbreon from Neo as well.
Yeah, that's a really nice card again. That's a really popular card.
Yeah, and I had Umbreon when I grew up, but it wasn't the Hollow version, it was the other version of it where he's sort of on all fours, whereas this one is sort of the moon's behind him, and I was really close to bidding on one for about 80 quid mint, and I'm really annoyed I didn't, to be honest, but it's a nice card. I had the Espeon, but the Umbreon I've never ever had, and it's always been one I thought, do you know what, that's a nice looking card, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's one of my favourite Pokemon as well.
Yeah, it's stand out, I think, from that generation. It's one of the standout ones you could get, you know.
Yeah, completely. No, that card is pretty amazing, mate. That's a good shout. You've got the Espeon, you said.
So I had the Espeon, that's why I've won the Umbreon, but I still need the Espeon, but for later on.
Fair enough. Okay, that's pretty cool. Nice choice. The next one is actually from a modern set. And I opened quite a few boosters trying to get hold of it, and I just said, right, no more. I'm not going to get it. That's enough.
How many?
Now. Not a lot. Not as many as I've opened of others. I think I only opened about... No, probably about 20 boosters. No, around about 20. And that was from a set called Hidden Fates. And I think people are going to know straight away what the card is. It's the Shiny Charizard GX. So it's a full art GX card of a giant black Charizard. It looks fucking quality. But the pull rate is ridiculous. It's so hard to get. And I gave up. I mean, I didn't even open a full box, so I don't know what I expected really. But I think I saw how much I was going to have to invest in packs to get this card. I might as well just buy the card. So that's on the list. I mean, the card now is, I think it's about maybe £200-300.
What's harder to pull, that Charizard or 10,000 Dragon from...
10,000 Dragon, without a doubt. Which I did originally put on this list, but I think we said we want to keep it, just focus on Pokemon for this list. For sure. So, yeah, he's easier to get than 10,000 Dragon, let me just put it that way. So yeah, I mean, I know you're not really into the modern cards, but I think if you saw this card, I think you'd think, okay, that looks pretty cool.
So one of the ones from Rocket, so not Team Rocket, from Gym Challenge, but this is just Rocket's would you call it Rocket? Yeah. Is Rocket's Moltres.
Okay, right, it's really interesting you said that,
because I love the look of that card.
Yeah,
wow,
it's quality.
What a nice looking card that is.
So that card, that's from Gym Challenge.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
But it's mate, it's honestly, it's such a nice card.
I just think it looks quality.
It's quality. It is.
The fact that it's Team Rockets as well, nice background. The Moltres is such a standout piece in that card.
I think that's what I love about some of these cards. I think that Rockets Moltres is from Gym Heroes actually. I think it's Gym Heroes, not Gym Challenge. But yeah, I think the artwork of some of these cards is just phenomenal.
Well, that one for me is a standout for Team Rocket, because Team Rocket's there's Team Rocket's Mewtwo as well. But for me, out of all of them, the Moltres stood out for me. So yeah, that one, nice card.
Completely. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Because on that note, I find it so funny how we always go for like competing things. So the next one on my list is Rocket Zapdos.
I've got that one as well.
Is that on your list as well? Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, but so out of the 3 legendary birds, I think Zapdos is quality. He just looks so cool. And your Rocket Zapdos is such a cool card. He's like flying, so he's barely in the card. It's just a lot of scenery, but he's in the top left.
Yeah, and he's sort of shooting stuff down underneath the ground.
Yeah, it looks quality. It looks absolutely quality.
Nice
so that card is really high on my list. But again, it's kind of, I'm getting priced out of it. I don't know if I can justify spending that much money on the card. I mean, with that said, the prices are only going up.
Yeah, so this is the thing. So I'm holding off on buying the gym stuff because I need to dedicate myself to getting the other sets first, and then I'll dedicate myself to Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes. So following a similar trend with our birds, I've gone for Lieutenant Surge's Fearow. And I think it's a nice looking card. It's not one of the, I wouldn't say it's like one of the most popular out there, but for me it's one I always wanted. And I think Fearow, in this particular case, even though it's not like an amazing Pokemon, in this card it makes it feel like that. So
yeah, that is a cool. It's a holo as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. I think I had that.
Yeah, I never did have that. I never did have that one, but I think it's such a nice looking card. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it is, mate. 100%. I'm surprised though. I'm surprised about that because I would have never had you down as a Fearow fan.
Well, I'm not, but I think some of the artwork for Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes was the best.
Yeah,
I really do think they had a spot on artist for that. So yeah.
Completely, mate. Completely agree. On that note, then, following the gym theme, so I actually got this card. I got it in Japanese last month, but I really want it in English, and that is Misty's Gyarados.
Okay.
So I'm a big Gyarados fan, as you know. I've got Misty's Gyarados in Japanese, but I really, really want it in English. And it's another card this year. The price has just gone up so much. If you want a proper mint one, it's almost £100 you're paying.
That's sort of the one where you can see the whole body on it, right? The whole length of
it.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh no, sorry, I'm getting confused here. I've got Giovanni's Gyarados, sorry.
Yeah, you've definitely got Giovanni's, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I've got Giovanni's Gyarados, sorry. But I really want Mrs. Gyarados in English.
Tough card, that.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty my favourite Gyarados artwork as well. Yeah, that or Shining Gyarados, but
that's mine, yeah.
It's hard to choose between the two, but I think Mrs. Gyarados looks quality. And it's quite hard to get hold of as well. Like, I don't really see a lot of them, and when I do, the price has gone up stupid amounts.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. So, because of the popularity, some of these things are hard to get, which is why they're on my dream list, I suppose. So I've got a second Lieutenant Surge card here, which is the Magneton.
Okay, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, I think it's really nice. It's a really nice. I think it's the best Magneton out there, if I'm honest.
Let's have a look. Okay, well, yeah, I like that. I quite like the electricity going through the magnets in the picture. That's quite cool.
That's the last one for Lieutenant Surge, but for me, I think that and the Fearow. I think Fearow is still number one in terms of the card I want from him, but Magneton I thought they're really nice.
Definitely. I mean, looking at prices, that doesn't seem crazy. There's not a lot of mint ones though. That's the only issue. Again.
Oh yeah, the world's problem at the minute is just the expense.
Okay, nice one. Nice choice. This is a card. It's another one that I know you've got it, you fucker. And it's one that I never had it as a kid, and I keep going to buy it, and I keep pulling out, and then I keep regretting it, which is a base set Venusaur. It's the only holo I'm missing from base set. It's the only one I'm missing. After that, I've got every single holo from base set. It's the only one I haven't got. And
it's a key staple, that card.
A key staple. And for some reason, I mean, I got so much love, in case you hadn't guessed, for the original 151 Pokemon, as do you. But Venusaur for me is one that never
got to the limelight, did it?
Yeah, he's iconic, but yeah, I mean it's not quite a Charizard or a Blastoise, is it? Like everyone knows, Blastoise is number one, Charizard's number one, Blastoise is a close second, and Venusaur's like somewhere down the bottom.
Well,
but it's an iconic card.
So I think it is up there, but I feel like the Game Boy games did it some disjustice because you can only get red and blue.
Yeah, he never had his own game. He did in Japan. They had Pokemon Green in Japan. But yeah, you are right. And literally, you can imagine him sitting there. He's like, "Where's my game?" Like, nah, fuck off, mate. You're not Blastoise, Charizard. You're not getting one.
Yeah, so I feel that's a lot to do with it.
That's a good. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. That's a really good point, mate. Interesting though as well. Why they chose to do that. I mean, I suppose they did release a Leaf Green, didn't they? But obviously that's quite a while later.
Yeah, and similar with they released Ruby and Sapphire, and then quite a while later released Emerald.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting. Green always gets put down.
I mean, I do feel as well, talking about the game, like the video games, I always felt grass types are a bit shit as well. Like, I can't really think of any really, really quality grass type. I mean, I know when me and you were playing competitively with each other, we didn't really use any grass types at all.
See, I really liked the idea of it, but I felt like
they got a lot of weaknesses.
The weaknesses sort of outbalanced the advantages of having a grass type.
I keep bidding on it, and then it just goes too much, and I pull out. But I really, really want one.
So sticking with the gym theme, this is the only card from this person that I want, and it's Giovanni's Persian. And
that's pretty cool
absolutely love the look of this card. Not only is it like a normal type, which back then was quite rare. You had Dragonite, you had Persian, and you had Lugia. They were few and far between, right? That's what I'm trying to say. And Giovanni's Persian for me had a really nice look to it. Even the base set one, which got like a purpley blue Japanese garden in the background of the Persian, I thought would look nice. But Giovanni's Persian for me, with the holo, looked really, really crisp. So.
Yeah, that's a really cool card. There's a really nice promo Persian as well. It's a holo.
Yeah, see, I haven't got that one. I've got Dark and I've got the base set. But I always thought it was like a good card. And to be honest, I thought it was one of the few Pokemon that deserved a third evolution. I
guess, yeah. I mean, what could you do? Because essentially it turns from a pussycat into like a tiger almost. So, I mean, what more could you do with that?
I don't know, but it had a jewel in the middle of its head. It had a coin, then it went to a ruby. They could do something around a diamond type shape. I don't know.
Okay, that's a good shout. Like some kind of crown, maybe. That's pretty cool.
Move from a lioness to a full-maned lion type thing. I don't know. But
no, that's a good shout actually. I mean, that could be something coming in future Pokemon. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. My next one is. So I was talking about this card yesterday with a very special person named Arbox Den, and I am actually buying this card off of him, and he's sending it over with some of my other cards. Crikey, mate! I think he's going to send it over with some other cards I bought from him, and that is a Delta Species Gyarados. So I think it's back in 2000. I'm trying to think, it's 2005. 2006? I think it's 2005. They released a set called EX Delta Species. And basically, it was a bunch of Pokemon, but they had kind of different types. So this is a electric type Gyarados. And the artwork, mate, is just fucking quality. And it's just a really, really strange card, because obviously Gyarados is water and flying. So he's really, really, really weak to electric. So the fact that you've got an electric type Gyarados, it looks amazing.
He never did quite meet the dragon, did he?
Well, going back to the types conversation. Yeah, I never understood why he was dragon and water.
Not a dragon type.
Literally, he was like, "Nah, you're flying on water." I was like, "Hold on a minute, he's clearly a fucking dragon." I mean, Lance uses him, so we've established he's a dragon. So why the hell is he flying type? Can he fly? No. So why is he a flying type?
I never thought he was a
good
dragon.
shout.
Never thought he was a dragon.
Do you think?
No, he didn't really. He's always been an outsider, really. He's always been a bit of an outsider. When you look
Talking
at Charizard,
shit, ain't you, really? Talking shit!
well, the other one, which is clearly dragon, but is never a dragon, is
Yeah,
Charizard.
but that's the thing. Charizard's not. Yeah, he's fire and flying again. He's clearly fire and dragon. Why you made him flying type?
Because he got wings, I suppose.
Okay, so where's the wings on Gyarados? He's a flying type. He ain't got any fucking wings. It's bullshit, mate. He did him a disservice. I won't have it. But no, yeah. Delta Species Gyarados, really, really cool card. You have to check that out. I'll send you some pictures. Well, when it arrives from Down Under, I'll show you the real thing.
Nice, mate. Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a cool looking card.
Right, I've got 3 left. How many you got left?
I got 2 because I've done the Ho-Oh and Typhlosion.
Well, yeah, I went. I've got Ho-Oh on here as well, so I'll remove that. So
Okay.
I've got 2 left then,
Okay.
and I suppose in a way I did leave this one to the back end. So we'll start. So my second to last is Blaine's Arcanine.
Okay, that's a really good card. That's a really cool card.
Yeah, I mean it was between Blaine's Arcanine and Light Arcanine, but I feel like the Blaine's Arcanine is just a really clear picture of it, and I really like the. I've always liked Arcanine in a way.
I have.
The base set one looked cool, but didn't really give it the justice, I think. So Blaine's Arcanine for me was a nicer looking card, and so yeah, that's on here as one of my hit list, I suppose.
No, that's a really good choice. I always found it weird that he never really got a holo in the base set. I found that really weird because I kind of felt he was like deserving because he had a rare card and that rare card was quality, but I never understood why he didn't get a holo in base. I think that's a good shout actually. Blaine's Arcanine is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, on the Blaine front then, had to have some more Charizards on here, of course. So my next card is Blaine's Charizard.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's absolutely quality. And you said you had that as a kid, didn't you, as well, you bastard? I think that is probably my favourite Charizard artwork.
Blaine's Charizard.
Obviously, the base set Charizard's iconic, but I think in terms of just artwork in general, the best Charizard's Blaine's Charizard. Because he's kind of got his fist up in the air and he's kind of breathing out fire. It just looks quality. It's just such a nice card. And the price of that has gone mental this year.
It's expensive.
Skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Hundreds of pounds.
Probably out of all the gym ones, he's the most expensive.
Oh, without a doubt.
So my last one, I mentioned it quite a bit, and I think it looks really, really nice. It's probably outside of Blaine's Charizard, it's probably the staple for this set, and that is Blaine's Moltres. And I fucking love the look of this card, and it's a really must-have card, if I'm honest. And similar to one you said earlier, you never really see them. So, and when you do see them, they go for a ridiculous price and they're in shitty condition. So, a hard card to come by. And when I start looking closely into finishing my Gym Heroes Gym Challenge set, that's going to be a fucking break in the bank one, I can tell.
Oh, completely.
To get that in the set, I'd love to get that. That's probably my number one card I want, actually. If I'm honest, that and Rocket's Moltres. Moltres, cool card.
My last one. So this is another iconic card. So this is from the very last set printed by Wizards of the Coast. So the very last set, Skyridge, yeah. So I kind of grown out of Pokemon, not grown out of it, but I wasn't really interested in the cards around this time. I kind of stopped collecting the cards, that is, as a kid. And this set, because obviously it's the last set to be created by Wizards of the Coast, it's iconic. It's so expensive. So you're looking at $1,000 basically for an unweighed booster pack. For a heavy booster pack, you could be looking up to $1.5, $2,000 just for a fucking booster pack, which is insane. It's insane. The artwork of some of these cards is amazing. Some of the best artwork they've ever done. And there's one single card that is the staple from the set, and that is a Crystal Charizard.
Crystal?
Mate, it's a Crystal Charizard. It looks fucking quality.
I've never seen this. I'm going to look now.
The holo is really, really subtle, but the artwork, the detail is in Charizard's face on that card is quality. And it's not actually a fire type either. It's like a normal type.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, how cool does that look?
Nice looking card, that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so expensive. Sky Raids is expensive enough as it is. But yeah, this card. I mean, there's one here that's battered to fuck, and they're still asking for $2,000 for it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's a really nice card. That's a card I don't think I'll ever be able to get. Really, if I've got my sensible hat on, I don't think that's a card I'll ever be able to get.
Well, this is the thing. So some of these are out of reach, and the 10 on our lists are probably dreams at the moment.
Yeah,
some may be doable, but
some are doable. I'm surprised, mate, that the Lugia from Neo wasn't on your list.
So I thought about this because I have Ho-Ho in there, and I had a conversation with myself thinking, right, I prefer Lugia, but I prefer the artwork from Ho-Ho in this set. And I think there's something to be said for it's the first Pokemon that's seen in the anime as well.
Yeah, no, it is. That's true. Yeah,
I
think a lot of people forget that as well.
Yeah, he flies over the rainbow type thing.
By the rainbow right at the start.
Yeah. And I think even though Lugia had his own movie, and that was a really good fucking movie, I feel like Ho-Ho, the artwork's better. But there's a fine line between them. There's not like much in it, but for me, Ho-Ho looks better. So.
Yeah, I always preferred Ho-Ho, despite the fact it's basically just a giant chicken.
Yeah.
But even in the game, I thought cause I think, is it the second city? I'm trying to remember now, but I know you go through that burning tower in Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
The tower with a bell. I thought that was iconic, whereas Lugia's just kind of chilling out in a cave.
What's one that you've got that you're most proud of then? If you had to say a card and you think, I'm happy I've got that card. I look at it a lot. It's nice looking.
I think there's two. I've got to say two. So the first one is so cliche. It's everyone's favourite. But from the memories that card holds and what it means to me, it's my most prized possession. All jokes aside, like they say, if there's a burning fire and you can rescue one item, what would you take? And this is honestly, it sounds stupid. It's my one item, just from what it means to me. Is my base set Charizard, because the day that I pulled that from a pack, as an 8-year-old, is ingrained in my brain, and I just honestly, it's my most prized possession.
So you wouldn't
it's not even in good condition.
You wouldn't take your family, you'd take your Charizard. Fair enough, that's all right.
Yeah, no, exactly. Fuck them. Yeah. But no, it's not even in the best condition. It's just what it means to me. Yeah. So that, and then the other one is a card that I always wanted, which I finally got this year, which was a Shining Gyarados. That's probably my favourite artwork overall, was a Shining Gyarados. Yeah,
I think I always knew that card was special when I got it when I was a kid. I always had this feeling that it was a good card. Like that.
Yeah, completely.
I think because it had a different title than the rest. Yeah. So I thought that... I got the card around the time I was playing that game. I was like, okay, it's a really nice looking card. And I think I knew it had something to do with that. Probably that's why I kept it so good. There's some nice cards out there. Nice cards.
There is.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the SNT podcast. Follow us on Spotify and Instagram. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you at the weekend.
See ya.